Yeah. Anybody saying that Oleksandr Usyk is not an all-time great, you need to turn in your boxing credentials immediately. Timothy Bradley, remember that video you did months ago? I responded to it about Oleksandr Usyk not being an all-time great. What are you talking about? I said Lennox Lewis would beat Oleksandr Usyk. Now I gotta even kind of question that because during the fight, Lennox Lewis was saying what he would do if he was Daniel Dubois. He said you got to get off first and you got to get off last. As the bigger guy, that's what happens when Usyk fights these guys. They fight his fight. If you're the bigger guy, you can't get off first and can't get off last. You're going to be breathing like you're trying to suck up all the oxygen in Wembley if you do that. He's the smaller guy. He can do that. If you're 243, if you try to get off first and last, you're not going to win. And Dubois' punches, I think only one affected Oleksandr Usyk. Man, I went back last night and I watched the first fight. And I noticed, and when I watched this first fight, I was totally convinced Usyk was going to win. Usyk always does this stuff with his right, and then he goes up under Dubois' arm and jabs him right to the chin or up here around the eye. He kept doing it. This fight, fast forward to this fight, he starts off, does the same thing, lands the same jab. So Don Charles and them didn't even notice that or even try to correct it. It appears, and I think Don Charles might be out. Did you guys see that little nudge that Daniel Dubois gave him the other day? Like, pushed him back, and Don Charles didn't look too happy about it. So I think that little situation might be over. But, man, Usyk finished Dubois in 5. That was the 5th round that Dubois finished AJ in Wembley. Now he gets finished in 5. Dropped Dubois twice, man. Usyk has never weighed 227 in a fight. I think the last fight he was like 222, 223. This fight he was 227, so a lot of us knew he was trying to he was going for the knockout. Showbiz lost 10,000 big ones on this fight. And hate to say it, Biz, but I knew you were going to lose that, man. But he's got that kind of money to lose, man. He probably make that back in like 5 minutes on his next live stream. But Oleksandr Usyk, man, he fights like heavyweights from the 90s, man. He's constantly moving. He's giving you angles. And the one thing that I noticed Usyk said in training, he said he trains the mind. He said most guys just, run, they work out, do their push-ups. They don't train this. He's saying that's what gives you longevity in the sport is the mind. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand the spirit of a man. And everybody talking about, even those that pick Usyk, they were saying stuff like, oh, he's lost a step. He's slow. What are you guys talking about? It's like people are brainwashed. They think just because you have another birthday, they have to say you lost a step. Just because you had another birthday doesn't mean you lost a step as you just witnessed. He's getting better. Why is wine the only thing that gets better with time? Why can't human beings? Wine is better than us. But I just get tired of people acting like because you had another birthday. They don't even know what slowed down. They just be saying stuff. Oh, his speed slowed down. His feet aren't moving. Stop. You guys are just saying stuff because he's 38. And they asked Usyk at the end of the fight. They said, is 38 old? He said, no, it's the beginning. I'm paraphrasing. And he asked the audience who they want to see him fight next. He said, Fury, they scream the most for Fury. Chisora, not so much. AJ, not so much. Joseph Parker, not so much. But like Lennox Lewis said, Joseph Parker is probably the only guy that can come close to beating Usyk, and I don't even think Joseph Parker will do it. He's got a better chance than the rest of these dudes, or maybe somebody like Caballero. The undercards weren't very good. Lorena, I don't know what he was doing. Lawrence Okolie, it's hard to look good against a guy that's just walking around like this all night. Usyk's homie won in a strange fight. But my dude Vlad Sarenko lost the decision, man. Vlad Sarenko lost the decision, but keep your head up, man. You can come back. Saw James Bashir out there um, training Vlad Sarenko. So they were out there in the UK, and what an atmosphere, man! 90,000 people. They topped you, Carl Froch. I don't want to hear no more about 80,000, man. But dude, Usyk is just the way he fights, man. You're not gonna outbox him. The dude's cardio is ridiculous. And his jab, like I said, if you go back and watch the first fight, it not only was a hard jab that ended up making him quit in the first fight, but it was moving him, man. It was shaking him down to his legs. It was like an overhand right. And like I said, he lands it right up under, because Dubois keeps that wide guard like this. So Usyk's just constantly doing this and jumping and going around. And then when you go around, he goes right down the middle. And I noticed after every combo he throws just about, hands up, because he knew Daniel was trying to counter him. This dude might be the best heavyweight I've ever seen, because his style is like so hard to beat. I don't even think Lennox Lewis would know how to beat this guy. He said he's never fought a lefty as a professional. He said there's a video of him in the amateurs where he was fighting a lefty and he was like, wow, this is tricky. I keep getting hit. So he figured out, keep throwing straight rights. I guess it worked for him, not so much for Dubois. I only gave Dubois like round number 3. Everything else to me was a clean sweep from Oleksandr Usyk, man. Man, dude. I'm sure this victory makes AJ feel a little better. Like, okay, Dubois can lose, and he got knocked out by Usyk. I fought 2 fights with him, and I didn't get knocked out. Usyk just did the Wembley UK takeover, man. So let's check this out. Usyk's debut was against a guy named Witherspoon, not Tim. Shout out to Tim Witherspoon. I interviewed him. Check that out on my interviews playlist. He beat Witherspoon, Chaz Witherspoon, I believe was his name. Then he beat Chisora, which was probably his toughest fight. And I think Chisora was next. Then he fought Anthony Joshua twice, beat him. Fought Fury twice, beat him. Now he fought Dubois twice, beat him, stopped him in the second. That's another reason I couldn't go against Usyk. Once this guy fights you once, he downloads all the information and he's going to beat you even easier the next time. I don't know where people were talking about, like, Daniel's going to do this, Daniel did that. Sure, I thought the first fight, I thought Daniel kind of got, a bad decision because I felt that blow was legal. Hit him with the same blow this time, didn't get called with it. And Usyk took it. But, hey, you just got to deal with it. If the ref's not going to call it and the judges aren't, then, hey, you just got to deal with it and adapt. And I don't think Daniel takes too great of a punch either. Had AJ not got knocked out, he did, but he had hurt Daniel. If he had followed that up, things could have been different. But Usyk takes a great punch. Taking a punch is mental. He trains his mind. Y'all don't seem to understand that. The mind, the spirit. Y'all just focus on the training aspect. And that's another thing, man. I just don't understand the game plan. I'm going to go back to the undercards. What's up with dudes with shorter arms staying at bay, staying way back? You got shorter arms, you get closer, Lorena. You don't stay at the end of a guy's punch is 6'5", 262. You got to get closer. Anyway, man, the discipline of Usyk is just, the dude stays in the gym. He trains his mind. He trains his body. If you got your mind, body, and spirit into a fight, it's hard to beat someone like that. It's very hard. He's got that 90s movement. And anybody talking about Oleksandr Usyk isn't great, throw your credentials out the window. Hand me all your subscribers. I told you that Usyk was going to either stop, knock out, or make Daniel Dubois quit. I know my sport. I know my sports. All you newcomers to the J. Roos Theory, make sure you subscribe. Hit the join button below. The Instagram is the J. Roos Theory. The Cash App, $J Roos 33. And I'll be talking more about this because what you just witnessed was greatness. You'll remember where you were when you witnessed that Oleksandr Usyk smash another heavyweight that was bigger than him. He looks better, man. Didn't lose any speed at 227. Looks like he gained power. So now if this dude not only has skills to outbox you, but he can knock you out too, these heavyweights got a problem on their hands, man. And his name is Oleksandr Usyk. LSR forever. Be fearless. Yay.